All right, hello guys. Today I'm literally going to talk about being an entrepreneur. I was sleeping over the night, and then it's dawned on me to actually talk about entrepreneurship because um, lately a lot of people want to go into being an entrepreneur, but they actually find it difficult. The feeling is it's too much stressful. Um, a lot of people are into it, so it's gonna be quite competitive and other stuff. But I just want to give you some little tips that you can actually be using. Before you would actually start as an entrepreneur, the big question you need to ask yourself is, why do I want to be an entrepreneur? Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? The reason being that people are actually doing it, so you want to do it. People are actually day in day out, people are talking about it, so you feel, hey, I need to try and then get into it. No, you have to have you need to have one particular reason for which you are going into it, or several reasons for which you are going into it, because if you get into it, then it's like a door of a place of no return. So when you get into it, you definitely have to make sure you do all your best to get to the top, because the moment you get into that area or that space, a lot of people are looking up to you because you introduce certain things, and then people will be like, wow, this guy is really doing well, he's really doing well. Yes, so that is it. So you ask yourself why you actually want to be entrepreneur. So the first thing that might drop in your mind will be that you want to create employment. So basically, in the country that we are living, you realize that a lot of people complete school and then they have no jobs. You can actually take that into consideration and then feel that, oh, let me bring out some jobs, let me create some jobs through my entrepreneurial skills, so that people can actually get the chance to be employed, and then at least you pay them you pay them some good money. Yeah. So another area you can be looking at is the impact you want to make. So you want to make impact in the lives of people. That is, first, when you are an entrepreneur, you must make sure that whatever you do has effect on the society, because the society you carry you out. So you make sure whatever you do has effect. You start from your family first. So if you're able to get people, your brothers, your siblings together, try and then talk to them, because as an entrepreneur, you need to know how to have that ability of what talking to people. So you start your siblings around you, your friends, then you expand to your society, then you actually go to your region. So you are in Greater Accra region, Central region, whichever region you are in, then you expand over time. You expand to the country, and that is when people would actually start following up. Hey, this is my role model. I want to be like him. I want to be like her. Yes, it all begins from a step. You actually take a step and then it follows up. So you actually look at setting a standard, probably within certain departments, like let's say entertainment, agriculture, the finance. So within particular areas, you have sat back to actually analyze that you feel when you get into your creative world, you can actually bring certain things that can create some level of standard per the industry you're looking at. So with that, you have to make a lot of research. You need to make a lot of research and come out with various strategies that you can actually implement that would help you create that standard. And once you create that standard as an entrepreneur, if people are from being from the government sector, private sector, once you create that standard as an entrepreneur, people will literally look up to you. They'll be like, whoa, this guy is really doing massive, he's doing a massive work, this woman is doing a massive work. So actually we can actually make it. So let's try and then bring out new ideas, new strategies, and that is when competition will actually be set in the market. So because of the time you actually took to make your research, to know your purpose of being an entrepreneur, and then few other things, so you set a competition ablaze in the market. So you let them raise up their standards, so that it can favor the society, the nation, and then globally as well. Yes. So to be a very good entrepreneur, there are things that you need to do too. So You want to be a very good entrepreneur. Identify a very particular problem, particular identify a problem which is actually in the society, maybe the country as well, because um, we are actually looking at solutions to problem. We are not looking at solutions to solutions. So as an entrepreneur, you should be a solution to a problem. So you figure out a particular problem in your locality, in your society, in your region, in your country, and then you build upon that. You make a lot of research and then come out with good ideas that you can actually implement so that it will be a form of solution to these problems. And then once you actually come out with solutions, people will embrace you because we are all looking for solutions. We are looking for solutions. So if you are an individual that you actually step in that position to be an entrepreneur, it's solutions you need to bring, not problems. So we have a lot of problems, and then you can figure out a lot of problems and come up with a particular strategy or a particular idea which can kill some problems in the system or anything. You understand? So that is it as an entrepreneur. And you need to make research. As an entrepreneur, you can't actually get up one day and say I want to be an entrepreneur. No, it's very bad. You need to conduct a lot of research. You need to read more. As an entrepreneur, you can't remain shallow-minded. You need to read more so that it would actually urge you to and challenge you to do more. Because if you're an entrepreneur and then you don't read more, you just stay on a level you are. So if you are on level one and then you stay on that level without reading anything that would actually upgrade you to level two, you still remain where you are. So if maybe you are supposed to be getting an income, maybe within a month, you're supposed to be making like 5,000 as an entrepreneur, and then you literally stop reading. It actually it's more like growth. So you stop growing as an entrepreneur. You remain shallow minded. Your mind doesn't grow again. So you need to make a lot of research, visit sites, go to companies, talk to individuals, issue out questionnaires so that per the kind of niche or per the kind of thing you want to venture into, what you want to go into, you actually strategize things based on that so that you can be on course. Yes, so you carve a niche. You also carve a niche for yourself as an entrepreneur, which is very important. Something that people can easily identify you with, be it your brand, be it your labels, be it your 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 services, anything at all. It's your packages and anything at all. So you have to have a niche. That's the branding. You have to have a niche, something that people can easily identify you with. Let's take some drinks for instance. Let's say Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola have carved a niche for themselves. Nike company, they've actually carved a niche for themselves. So if you mention Nike, it's something like a correct sign. So that is Nike for you. If you mention Coca-Cola, they are what it's a drink company or something. So you need to carve a niche for yourself. You understand? So the least thing I'll talk about today is discipline. As an entrepreneur, you don't need your mommy or your daddy to come and wake you up every morning to actually make your search, to actually write, read, whatever you need to do, any duties you need to carry out as an entrepreneur, starting entrepreneur. You don't have to wait for your mommy, your daddy, your brothers and sisters. I say, hey, David, you need to wake up. You are an entrepreneur. You need to wake up. No, you don't need someone to motivate you before you actually get to the top. You need to discipline yourself. Psych your mind that hey, I have something ahead of me. You are a visionary. You are more like a pilot. You are more like a captain of a ship. Once you lose sight of where you are going to as a captain or a pilot, you might actually lose control. Moving along, you lose control. So you need to discipline yourself as an entrepreneur. That is one important thing that we need to know. You need to discipline yourself as an entrepreneur. Get it straight into your mind. As an entrepreneur, you don't need anyone to come and motivate you that, hey, David, you need to wake up. You know, you're having something ahead of you. No, say yes to yourself and move, because moving forward, you would actually expand and then start employing people and other stuff. So if there are burdens coming, or there are problems coming, or there are issues coming, how are you going to take it? How are you going to solve it as an entrepreneur? So you need to be disciplined. Discipline yourself that, hey, at this time at 6 a.m. I'm waking up. I'm going to start working from 6 a.m. to what, 12 in noon. Yes, you give yourself this space of hours. Okay, I'm going to do this for this today. I'm going to make search. You get a timetable. So it will be more like a recipe for your entrepreneurship. So a recipe which can actually facilitate your movement, which can actually help you grow as an entrepreneur. So that is it. So discipline is very important. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I literally feel like talking about this thing to the people out there that are struggling to actually come up with things, or probably come out as an entrepreneur that have thought of it and coming out is a problem. You have no problem. I'm going to deal with that. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying tuned. So over the week, or maybe over the period, or periodically, I'm going to be releasing videos, so it would actually help each and every one. Thank you so much, and bye bye. I'm out.